Okay, bit of a Friday night, late night video on the TS830S. And this is a very collectible radio. I've actually, not in the workshop, I'm for once out here having a listen on the bands. And this one's a very nice, clean example of the 530. I mean, they're all getting on a bit, you know, they're all going to have a little bit of marks here and there, but this one, very nice. I'm actually thinking I might go over to 20 metres. Bands have been noisy tonight. Yeah, a lot of Indonesian stuff. More Indonesians. Yeah, I might head over to 20 metres in a second. Well, let's just go down to 7105. I've got a reason for that. There's a bit of Indonesian stuff there. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, plenty of power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we can hear it coming through. Beautiful mic audio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. VK3 Charlie mic on here testing on 7105. That's sounding nice. That is sounding very nice. That's this is going to a friend of mine in Adelaide who he's very fortunate. I've got Bob VK7RX coming over this weekend, and I said to him, I said, mate, I'm not trying to sell you a radio, but I reckon for a bottle of scotch I can get you a radio over to Adelaide. Actually, he suggested the bottle of scotch, I'll be very honest. And I said to him, I said, you know, this is probably one of those opportunities, doesn't happen all the time, so nice that it does. Anyway, nice power out. Let's go over to 20 metres. Now, to do that, we might need an antenna that might actually want to work on 20 metres. And of course, you've got to do the old tune up, so you've got to drive and peak. Actually, 20 sounding pretty quiet, I've got to be honest. Where am I pointing? Oh, geez, I'm not pointing anywhere that's going to work at the moment. Let's go around 60 degrees or so, see what happens. I'm not promising anything. Bands have been terrible today. We've had a few days of it. We'll bring that beam around. I can hear some guys in the US, but as I bring that beam around, watch this meter. Here we go. The joys of having an opti beam. Not great conditions. Normally when I'm running the Acom 2000 and the 7850, I'd call in on these guys, but running a bit of lower power, a night like tonight will struggle a bit. Now, yeah, we're around 60 degrees at the moment, and it's certainly okay, but yeah, it's not a great night, I'm going to be honest. I've had these boys coming in, obviously 5.9 plus 20 some nights. Let's see what else is around while the boys are calling in. Yeah, bands are quiet. When I have a good night on 20 metres, no way. This is quiet. I can just jump around the place and go. There's just people everywhere. Wow. What I'll do, I'll come down a bit. I'll just tune up. I need two hands for that. Give me a second. Sorry, so much for 20 metres. I got a phone call, and a mate of mine wanted to do a test on 490, but he didn't want to go on video. So I said, are you serious? I said, I'm just doing a test on a radio. Anyway, didn't want to go public, and that's okay. And please tell me if that's the case. That's no props. But anyway, for the sake of it, VK3 Charlie mic on 28490. Hello, 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 hello. I haven't tuned quite all the way up, but they're enough to 100 watts there. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, 1, there you go, 100 watts. VK3 Charlie mic. Anybody else listening on 28490? VK3 Charlie mic. Now, I don't think there'd be much more than my mate that wanted a quick test. Anyway, you get the idea. They're a great radio, and you know, sort of just. I think the thing about the the 830 is it's a collector radio. You know, it's one of those radios that they probably don't use every day. I know. Look, I've got a few other collection radios myself, which hardly ever get used, and I understand that. You know, it just is basically what it is. You get to it when you can, but just have a look, make sure there's nothing around. I wouldn't think so. The way the band's been, no. Yeah, it would have been have to be a bit warmer night, I think. It's been raining over here and stormy, and not been great, to be honest. VK3 Charlie Mike, just testing once again. VK3 Charlie Mike, anybody listening at all? Oh, where's our little scope function? Oh, VK3 Charlie, oh yeah, looking nice. VK3 Charlie Mike, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. VK3 Charlie Mike testing 28490. Anybody hear us? And of course, if we put the processor in, we'll drive a lot harder, as you can see there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. VK3 Charlie Mike, probably driving a bit too hard because I've got compression level all the way up. Be a bit careful with 830s, 530s, etc. I'm just running a fairly standard sort of microphone that when you start running, say, an MC60, if you're just running a standard 500 600 ohm mic, this is a little 500 ohm mic, yeah, they run fine. When you start running the MC60 with the amp on it and you run compression as well, oh yeah, you can get a bit of a muddy sound if you're not careful. Actually, it's one of the things that you find with 530s or 830s. They've got an adjustment right down the back here. It's a filter adjustment basically, and it is, people mistake it for a frequency adjustment. It's not a frequency adjustment. It's a filter adjustment, and it can make your audio sound extremely thin or extremely sort of muddy. And you've got to find that point of the filter where, just right on those things. And look, I sort of haven't had to touch this one, but certainly you do find they will sometimes move a little bit. Over time you can sort of decide you want to go through and do an alignment. I always say to people, don't go straight to the PLL. It's generally not the PLL stage as far as calibration frequency, unless it's a definite point, like 100 hertz off or something. If you're starting to hear a mic issue, go to your filter board that's located just in here. Actually, just hang on, I think I've got a filter board I can show you. Don't ask why I have these things lying around the place. Yeah, okay, so down the back of, if you can imagine this is the top of the 830, down the back of the 830, people make big mistakes. They adjust here thinking that they're adjusting frequency, and trust me, you will find your mic audio will change a lot just by giving that a touch. So you need to then reset it up, etc., etc. There's a lot of adjustment on this board that, being very honest, you really need to follow the manual. You can't just sort of guesstimate it. You sort of can on the sound of this. You would want to, sort of be a bit careful with that, but still. Anyway, that's the board we're talking about. This is obviously the base board with just the SSB. That's standard. You can get an optional filter here. Optional filter there too, I think, from memory. What's that? I'm trying to remember what the... they didn't come standard. Trying to think if that was CW. That must have been the extra sideband filter. Or was it? No, I'm wrong. Have to check that and look that up. All right, so in that time that I've gone out to the workshop, and 10 meters has obviously come to life, not. VK3 Charlie Mike, Victor Kilo 3 Charlie Mike, Victor Kilo 3 Charlie Mike, testing 28490. Anybody hearing us at all? And my mate can hear me. I know you can. You just not want to go on video. That's all right. Look, he's a very private chap, and it's definitely prerogative to do that. Don't forget, you got your notch filter there. Was a good feature on the 830s and 530s, and and I should note, this has got the as you can hear the filter. It's got the CW narrow filter in it, and the CW wide, etc. So this is a very well fitted out radio, actually. It really is. All right, with that, I'm not getting much luck here, am I? Very nice. I might just head back to 40 meters now. I'm on the wrong antenna for it. Of course I am. So, and I haven't tuned for it. Now remember, peak your drive, so just peak the receive on the drive. Like that. Choose the right antenna, helps a lot. Make sure you're on a frequency when you tune that you're not going to knock someone out. And yeah, I need to tune up. Okay, hang on. And we're all tuned up again, and hello, 1 2 1 2. Flat topping a little bit there. I'm driving a bit hard. Let's bring that back a little bit. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. Yeah, it's better. Remember, you can drive too hard on these things very easily. How much power we get then? It's not going to tell me power. Hang on, that is. Hello 1 2. Hello 1 2. I thought it peaked a bit more. We tuned that up a bit better that time. All right. VK3 Charlie Mike saying 73. Is anyone listening on 7095? Well, sorry, anybody listening on 7095? VK3 Charlie Mike. Oh yeah, Indonesian station. VK3 Charlie Mike QRT 7095. Right, that's it. Okay. Happy as Larry. Working like a dream. Oh, jeez. One good thing about my mate Bob that's taking this radio back for me, I was telling my mate back in Adelaide, look, I'd love to see these radios work forever. They just don't. You know, look, there's always something comes up in time. I was explaining my no warranty policy because we're just not even interested these days in trying to sort of have radios shipped back and forth and have to work on them, etc. You know, often I get a phone call. I bought a radio from you 18 months ago and I expected it to work, you know, forever. What was it? Oh, it was a, you know, usually a TS830 or something. All right. What's happening with it? Yeah, it's gone a bit low in power. Right. Okay. It's probably tubes, probably this, probably that, etc. Oh, okay. So is that under warranty? No, mate. No, not really. It's like, oh goodness. Anyway, look, you get some interesting ones. It's never boring. But the chap that this is going to, don't worry, I have been very clear that when it leaves here and after we do a video, and look, actually, I'm very happy with this. Don't get me wrong, but yes, they can be troublesome. Any of these radios, you know, sort of in years to come. So, you know, please look after them. And and that's what I was saying. My mate Bob setting up in Adelaide. Look, not officially taking in repairs just yet, but very soon you'll be able to get Kenwood ICOM Yaesu all done through him. And for you guys in Adelaide, you're laughing seriously because he's one of the best techs I've ever known. Taught me so much it's not funny. And he gets irritated with me because he says, you're supposed to be a tech, you're supposed to know this. And I go, yep, well, just keep teaching me and I will, you know. So, anyway, but, you know who your mates are, and he's always been a great mate to me. So, and I do mean that. We spent one Christmas night working on radios. Seriously, that's the sort of dedication to learning. See, Bob? All right. Okay, guys, 73. Thanks for having a look at this video on the TS830. I think my mate in Adelaide's going to be very happy with this for years to come, and he'll do like he's done with every radio. Yeah, he'll have the transverter, and not the transverter actually. In this case, he'll have the tuner, speaker, VFO, you know, sort of next to it. In no time at all, he'll find those. I wish I had them for him, to be honest, but I just don't. It's not the digital VFO anyway. I've got an analog, but digital I'm out of stock, which means I'll never see one again. Because last time I had to bring one in from the US, it was pricey thing. I got that through. Who's the chap? I always forget his name. Hang on, he just came up today. I had to bring it up. Yeah, Shulman Auctions. He does some really good stuff. I bought a lot from Shulman's over in the US. Look, the freight's not cheap. There's nothing you can do about that. But yeah, look, very good place to get bits and pieces, you know, that come up. It's just the freight. Generally, I find that whatever I buy, the price converted to US dollars is about right. And then you just got to wear the freight and say, hey, how much do you really want this thing? What is his latest sale? Okay, so it's all EME gear. So this more might be for the A-Reg boys. Although a lot of that looks... Okay. Anyway, Anyway, that's David, the auctioneer. And WD0 Echo Radio Uniform, great guy. He helped me out on a warranty issue at one stage, and you know, sort of, he's not just a smiling face. He actually stood by something that he said, nope, that shouldn't have happened. Let me refund you for that, and we'll sort it out. And I thought, you know what, you're a good guy, really good guy. So big tip, certainly use them. All right, that's the Kenwood 830 73s VK3 Charlie Mike. Saturday night, going to bed. All the best. Cheers.